Well, I think it's official. Tim Tebow is going to sign with the Jacksonville Jaguars to try out at tight end. And I'm going to ask the question, why won't that dude just go away? All that coming up in about 20 seconds. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay here with Unfair Sports, where we take a pensive approach to the sports conversation. On this episode, I want to talk about Tim Tebow and why he doesn't seem like he's going to go away. Tim Tebow is making his valiant return to the football field as a tryout tight end on a one-year deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And of course, everyone's flipping out in a couple of places, and I get it. Why is Tim Tebow still a thing? Why are we still talking about Tim Tebow? I don't know. I don't get it. Played minor league baseball for some years, and it's cool that he's able to do it. It's awesome. He didn't need the money. He was doing it because he was bored, because he makes millions from ESPN doing their TV stuff. He's got other ventures where he's got bread coming in. He's a guy that everyone just loves and worships. He just wins, baby. Why is Tim Tebow still a thing? It seems like he has a strange infatuation with being at locker rooms and feels like he's not whole unless he's a part of a team, like in an actual sport, a professional sport. And I get that, Urban Meyer is his former coach at Florida. He won two national championships for Urban Meyer, and I'll give him mad props on that. And Tim Tebow was a ridiculously great college football player. He won a Heisman Trophy. Dude was a monster. He's an awful quarterback. But now he's coming in at tight end. And so I'm asking, why now, besides the Urban Meyer piece, which probably is the caveat behind that. But I do want to do one thing, and I want y'all to step back and think about this. Don't bring the Colin Kaepernick situation into this. I was listening to Ben Watson, and he was talking about this and how the situation is so much different. Yes, Kaepernick hasn't played football professionally in 5 years, and we've basically said that it's been too long, he'll never do it, only because he's a quarterback. As if watching film and studying that stuff can't be done. Like studying defenses, like it can't be done from your couch. Guys do that all the time. We have analysts for a reason. They watch film. A lot of your analysts for teams aren't out there on the field throwing the ball. They're analyzing the film, just like what Colin Kaepernick can do. But I'll digress. But we shouldn't compare the two. These aren't the same situations. These aren't moments where you want to compare Tim Tebow and the Colin Kaepernick situation. Kaepernick was blackballed. We know that. He got a settlement, and the NFL made a mistake. But the NFL's done with him. He's done over. There's no chance of him coming back. He has no advocates in the league to actually bring him back in. So let's just pretend like Colin Kaepernick has retired from the game, and we're not going to ever see him again. Let's just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Let's leave it at Colin Kaepernick is just done. And I'm cool with that. Tim Tebow hasn't played professional football in 8 years. And we now think that he's going to be able to figure out the tight end position after playing baseball the last few years and be a competent, not only blocker, but runner and catcher. This is the one thing that bothers me about all the Tim Tebow stuff. Just one thing. One thing. One thing. Tim Tebow could, even today, still be the starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the last 8 years, he could have easily been the starting quarterback for Jacksonville Jaguars. He made the choice not to go there. Search it. Google it. There's an article saying ownership basically said, hey, if Tim Tebow comes down there, his starting job is his. That was when he decided that, nah, my brand would be better off if I go to New York. Did he say that verbatim? Probably not, but you can tell that's what he did. Because the Jets was not a better job than Jacksonville. After he left the Jets, which he lasted there, a year? He didn't go down to Jacksonville afterwards. He's a legend in that area. He played at Florida, for God's sakes. He could have easily went down there and become the starting quarterback, and that would have been his team for the last few years. probably would have sucked, but that's not the point. May even won some games. We don't know. But the thing is that Tim Tebow had the perfect opportunity to come back to the NFL, and he could have played for Jacksonville and just been done. But he chose not to because it wasn't good for him. Now that he's out of the spotlight, out of the conversation, he has decided that he wants to come back and play tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars, in which he could have played tight end back in the day, too. People were saying he could have been a great fullback or even tight end because he's a bruiser. He's a big dude. He's strong, powerful. He's a hitter. He could have tried to do that years ago, but he chose not to because he wanted to be a quarterback. I respect that he wanted to be a quarterback. He wasn't a good quarterback, and it was proven on the field. So why are we here? He's not going to go away. That's just the way it looks. We've got Tim Tebow. He's going to probably make the league, make the team somehow. I don't know how. He's going to probably make the team. And we're going to be in a situation where we're going to be talking about Tim Tebow playing tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know. I think it's silly. I think that it feels like another publicity stunt. And he's basically taking away potentially somebody else's job when he really didn't need to be there. Tim, there's so many great other things you can do. People love you on television. You continue to do college football stuff. You can go negotiate contracts with other stations and become a bigwig in the college football analyst spot. You could probably do that. People love you for that stuff. They want to hear you talk. You have so many fans and followers and everything. Why don't you do that? But instead, you're trying to get back on the football field and just hitting right back in the news cycle. I wonder if it's a publicity for his brand. I don't know. I mean, he did have his own clothing brand basically while he was a football quarterback at Florida, which I think is technically illegal, but he can do that because, he's Tim Tebow. Whatevs. I think it's silly, especially the thought that he could even be back there with Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Just y'all stop with that silliness. That's funny, but just cut that.